bracket game to get to this championship round. So it's Cherryville and Wilmington for one game. Hopefully, Kevin. Hopefully two. Got to win the first one.
Hey, I brought enough gas in my car for 2 games, Milton. So we'll be. That's what we're planning on. So Cherryville's got to win game 1 to get to game 2. Dylan Hastings has 3 innings today. For those of you folks wondering at home, he has 3 innings. Probably, I think what they're going to look at is hopefully they don't have to use him until the second game, give him a little extra rest. I think we may see. We got Weekly on the mound.
Weekly on the mound in the first game for Cherryville.
Weekly will be on the mound. I would imagine if there was an emergency situation that Dylan would come in. But as of right now, hopefully we won't get to that. Seth Weekly's pitched great, and look for another solid start from the number 2 starter here for Cherryville Post 100. And I expect him to do great here today. The kids tweeting last night. I've been tweeting back and forth to them. We've been posting photos and videos of yesterday's game, Milton. If any of you folks want to go online and see the actual play, we got 2 versions of it. One that was on the broadcast that you guys got live on the air. Just go to whatsupshopper.com, and right above where we're live today at, I'll put up the highlights. You can watch the whole game yesterday. You can watch the play just from our point of view. And then Josh Collins in the dugout, Milton, got a great view of the play from on the field, and you can see the ball coming out of the catcher's hands. Coming out of the catcher's glove. You couldn't quite tell exactly the exact time it come out, but you can tell when he held the ball up in the air to show the umpire that the ball came out.
All right.
So, from that standpoint, that's exactly what from what we saw yesterday. But you guys go online and watch it. Don't forget, if you have your Facebook and Twitter names, you can sign in today and live chat with us right under the video player. Sign in, hit the big green button with your Facebook and Twitter names. You can join us and live chat with us. Barry Hebner's at home with his What's Up t-shirt on, trying to rally up the boys. So, Milton, we got to win 2 today, so you got to go where you go and do what you do, right?
And we've got the Hauser Drug and HL Beam Wizard Ball with us today, so we'll see if we need it here in a little bit. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups as the coaches and 5 umpires for today's game.
6.
Have I missed one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I see
number 6 now. He's standing there with the coach.
Yeah, we're going to have foul ball umpires today.
Okay, so 6 umpires for today's game.
All hands on deck, Milton.
Okay. Leading off for Cherryville, Post 100, the coin toss. Cherryville lost the coin toss and is the visitors. Cherryville 37-11, coached by Bobby Reynolds. Leading off at center field, number 10, Thomas Best. Batting second in right field, number 5, Josh Beam. Batting third at first base, number 12, Chandler Jenkins. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 35, Tyler Shoemaker. And he will hit for the pitcher, number 16, Seth Weekly. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 3, Dylan Hastings. Batting sixth for Cherryville. And in left field, number 6, Dustin Wilson. Batting seventh at shortstop, number 19, Ryan Kraft. Batting eighth at second base, number 17, Brett Huff. Batting ninth and catching, number 23, Luke Kaiser. For Wilmington, Post 10 with a 32-7 record, leading off in center field, number 29, Christian Wolf. Batting second at shortstop, number 34, Stephen Linkus. Batting third at catching, number 41, Chance Shepard. Batting fourth and at first base, number 32, Shane Shepard. Batting fifth and at second base, number 26, Sam Foy. Batting sixth at third base, number 31, Chris Hicks. Batting seventh in right field, number 35, Colin Thacker. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 23, Austin Godwin. He'll hit for tonight's pitcher, number 21, Joe O'Donnell. Batting ninth in left field, number 45, Jack Faircloth. That's the starters for Cherryville and Wilmington for the state championship round here at MS Steel Stadium in Granite Falls. On the B-Square Construction Post 100 radio and internet broadcast, I'd like to thank our sponsors, our scoreboard sponsors, Mr. Sparky, a division of Wise Electric, and Hauser Drug on a corner in downtown Cherryville. Our post-game show, as always, brought to you by College Building Supplies of Dallas, and our MVP of the game in that post-game show is, of course, brought to you by Medical Center Pharmacy. Well, Cherryville's in those white uniforms, red numerals, and lettering. Wilmington in their red shirts, blue numerals, and white pants. For those of you not watching on the internet, I want to give credit here again to our cameramen today, who are Andre, Shandy Clark, Andre Bush, and Josh Collins. So they'll be bringing you all the pictures live on the internet or the still photos Josh is providing that Kevin is uploading to the computer and Facebook, etc. All right, folks, stay tuned. We've got championship baseball coming up here. Cherryville defending state champions going up against Wilmington. We'll be right back.
Thinking about remodeling your home? Or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B Squared Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B Squared Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 704-201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
We all know the cute jingle of Mr. Sparky, but what about the promise behind the jingle? Well, here's Rusty Wise, owner of Mr. Sparky.
We book appointments in customer-chosen windows, and we show up in that time frame. The jingle says, we're on time, you'll see, or the repair is free. So if we are late for the appointment, your repair is totally free.
That's right, and Mr. Sparky will show up at your house on time, and you won't pay a cent until you're satisfied.
When we show up on the job, we'll take a look at what needs to get done, and we'll give you an upfront price. And that will be the exact price when we are finished. No matter if it takes 3 hours or 3 days, the price is the price.
Mr. Sparky, on time, quality work, integrity, and a fair price.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free. You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Hauser Drug Store on the corner in downtown Cherryville has been Cherryville's hometown pharmacy since 1935, and they know you by name. For durable medical equipment such as wheelchairs, oxygen, walkers, CPAPs and BiPAPs, lift chairs, and diabetic supplies too, like strips and lancets. Hauser Drug bills Medicare and most all private insurances. And does your pharmacy make home deliveries? Hauser Drug in Cherryville does. It's service after the sale.
Good luck to Post 100 Baseball from Hauser Drug.
Deja Vu in downtown Cherryville specializes in men's, women's, and children's clothing. Deja Vu has an extensive line of formal wear with name brand jewelry and purses. And Deja Vu is now accepting new consigners. Come on in now and see Emily or Alice for all of your clothing and accessory needs. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturdays, 10 to 3. Deja Vu, 118 East Main Street in downtown Cherryville. Find them on Facebook or call 704-445-9333 for Deja Vu in downtown Cherryville. Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center.
Welcome back, everyone, as we are just about set for action here this afternoon, Game 1. And if Cherryville defeats Wilmington here in Game 1, there will be Game 2 for winner take all for the state title, 30 minutes following Game 1. Cherryville hit a stumbling block, a big stumbling block along the road in this state tournament, and that was Wilmington Post 10 2 nights ago. We won't talk much about that, but everybody that follows Cherryville baseball probably knows the outcome of that one. Cherryville's maybe one of their worst defeats of the season.
16-5 that night, and Milton, one thing we want to mention about this Wilmington team in this tournament, they've scored 16, 20, 13, and 9. So they're averaging at least a touchdown a game in these baseball games, folks. I mean, 9 is the least number of runs they've scored. And so they're averaging with 20, 16, 13. 36, 49, and 9 more. 58 divided by 4. About 12, 15 runs a game. So almost 15 runs a game, 14 something.
Well, folks, all the talk about the big 6'7" left-hander Wilmington possesses, not relevant right now, as there's a right-hander warming up on the mound. Number 21, Joe O'Donnell, is warming up for Wilmington, post 10. And as Kevin said, Hastings has 3 innings availability. He pitched all 9 innings last night. I did hear someone say that Hastings said maybe after the game his arm was a little sore, and that's probably to be expected.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be okay today if he's needed along the way here, and at some point today he probably will be.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get those 3 innings in at some point. Hopefully the strategy is we don't need him in Game 1, Milton. He can maybe even start in Game 2. That might be the strategy today for Post 100, get his innings in, get off a good start in that second game and shut him down, and then have a slugfest after that.
All right, first pitch is in there, up the middle for Bess, and it's going to be claimed by the shortstop after nearly hitting the pitcher, and we're underway at 2:31 this afternoon. A 6-3 ground out for Bess, one that I thought might be able to sneak through after nearly taking the pitcher with it.
I thought he might have a hit there, Milton, when he got through, and then but a great play by the shortstop out there for Wilmington. That's going to be 1 out. Bring up Josh Beam now.
Josh Beam, left-hander for Cherryville Post 100. First pitch in there for strike 1 from Joe O'Donnell, right-hander for Wilmington Post number 10. They are in the winner's bracket. Cherryville must beat them twice today. That pitch goes to the wall. 1 ball, 1 strike on Beam, Josh Beam. Chandler Jenkins, another lefty on deck. Pitch from O'Donnell, a ball. 2-1 the count here on the Cherryville hitter, Josh Beam. Wind in the pitch. Outside, 3-1. 3-1 from O'Donnell. Imagine, Kevin, if this O'Donnell kid, if he gets into any trouble along the way, won't be long before we'll see the big left-hander. And there's a strike on the 3-1 pitch, 3-2.
Well, it don't matter how tall the pitcher is. You don't have to shoot the basketball over him, so he can be as tall as he wants to. If you can't throw it over the plate and get it by you, it's not going to do nothing for him, and that's going to bring up Chandler Jenkins. Chan Man's been hot, folks.
Yep, Beam walks on the 3-2 pitch.
If I had I got set up before I had the video. I didn't even think about it. I've got the video online. I can, I might get it downloaded here in a minute from one computer to the other. Show you guys his home run. You can actually watch his home run, Milton, in the first time ever in 3D on YouTube. So if you got some 3D glasses, go online anytime and watch Chandler Jenkins homer in actual 3D.
That's cool. 1 ball and no strikes on Jenkins. 1 on, 1 out for Cherryville, top of the first. And the pitch from O'Donnell, foul back. 1-1 on Jenkins. I have to stand up a little bit here, Kev.
All right.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Chandler Jenkins with man at first. And here's the pitch, low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jenkins.
Jenkins yesterday, we gave him an honorary player of the game, Milton, because of his home run, which changed the course of the game last night against Caldwell. They had a no-hitter through 5. Luke Kaiser broke it up on a bunt single, but that still doesn't take too big of a chink out of his armor. Then Chan Man opened it up.
It's a big homer, right? Broke the ice there, and it's 2-2 pitch to Chandler Jenkins. Ground ball to second, 4-6 to first in time. A double play will take Cherryville out of the top of the first. No runs on, no hits, no errors, a walk, but nobody left. And we played a half inning, no score on the Mr. It's Cherryville 0. Wilmington coming to bat on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Just like Cherryville Post 100 plays their best, you want to look your best with a stop at Trudy's Classic Cuts at 800 West Church Street in Cherryville. From cuts to coloring, from perms to waxing, plus other treatments that'll make you look your best. And good luck to Cherryville Post 100 from Trudy's Classic Cuts, located at 800 West Church Street in Cherryville. For your appointment, call Trudy today at 704-445-1333 for Trudy's Classic Cuts. Catch the craving at the El Patron Mexican restaurant in Cherryville. It's better than good. It's great. And check out Taco Loco Monday. Tacos only $1 each. And every Monday at the El Patron Mexican Restaurant. The El Patron is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. For orders to go, call 704-435-4546. Catch the craving at the El Patron Mexican Restaurant, 910 East Church Street in Cherryville. Dream big, pay little with the hottest deals of the season on the grasshopper mower you've always wanted during the Summer Sizzler sale at West End Sales in Vail. Discover how fast and easy mowing can be with the Grasshopper's time-saving performance and legendary durability. Select a $500 package like the Power Fold Deck or Collection System or Implement, or choose a no-interest financing deal with approved credit. It's your choice. Visit West End Sales, Highway 18, 27 intersection in Vail.
And we go to the bottom of the first here. Seth Weekly finishing his warm-up tosses here for Post 100. Of course, Weekly the winner in Game 2 of the state tournament over Whiteville. For Wilmington, Post 10, leading off will be the center fielder Christian Wolf. He'll be followed by Stephen Linkus and Chance Shepard against Seth Weekly. Right-hander for Cherryville, Post 100. Pitch to Wolf, ball one, here in the bottom of the first. State Tournament Championship Day. The pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Wolf. Again, if you're tuning in and not familiar with the situation, Cherryville must win this game to force a second and deciding game for the state championship against Wilmington. And it's 3 balls and no strikes on Wolf. Had Pitt County beat Wilmington last night, right now it would be Cherryville and Pitt County with Wilmington waiting on the winner for the state championship. There's ball 4 to Wolf.
Pretty good pitch there, Milton. I guess the umpire, I thought it was low, but he caught the corner. But I was about to say that the pitching in today's game, folks, is going to be the key to this game for Cherryville Post 100 in today's championship at all. We know we got the sticks, but this team for Wilmington has put the runs on the scoreboard like a football team, so we have to hold them to a lower score to stay in this game and win today and advance to Sumter next weekend.
First pitch to Linkus is strike 1. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch, curveball high, 1 ball, 1 strike. The count here on Stephen Linkus, the shortstop, left-handed batter for Post 10. Pitch, bunt, fouled off, strike 2. 1 and 2 now to Linkus. Down at first base is Wolf. Had a big lead, but saw that bunt go foul and retreated back to first base. So 1 and 2 the count on Linkus. The pitch from Weekly. Curveball doesn't get the call. 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to the batter Linkus. The pitch, high, ball 3, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
No outs.
Nobody out. Man on first for Wilmington. And the pitch, runner going. Strike 3, throw down to second. He just beat the tag. So stolen base for Wolf. Strikeout looking Linkus. And it brings up Chance Shepard.
That one's on Weekly, Milton. He gave a little hesitation, second check on the runner, and when he did that check, the runner just took off and got a huge jump on Weekly. So nothing Kaiser could really do about that one.
That brings up Chance Shepard, right-handed batter Shepard, the catcher, with 1 out and a runner at second base. And the pitch from Weekly is a ball outside. Ball and no strikes on Shepard.
Now, they haven't seen Weekly in any of these games, have they?
No. Weekly did not pitch at all 2 nights ago against Wilmington.
Or in Gardner-Webb, when these two teams faced earlier this year in Gardner-Webb.
And here's a foul ball out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, you're right. Cherryville and Wilmington both using a lot of pitchers in that game at Gardner-Webb back on June 20th, but neither one of them was Hastings or Weekly.
I think Wilmington's seen 6 or 7 Cherryville pitchers, and neither one of them's Hastings or Weekly. It's like Coach Reynolds was planning for this day 6 months ago.
Runner going, throw to third. He's in there with a stolen base. Wolf is. And the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shepard. So now runner at third, and Coach Reynolds coming out to the mound. She's going to talk to Seth about something he's doing there to give that runner such a big jump.
I told you he's double looking. Well, let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
As we come back, count goes 2-2 on Shepard. Runner at third, 1 out here. Wilmington batting bottom of the first, and no score. Chance Shepard, the batter, and the 2-2 pitch is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Weekly's gone to either a 3-0 or 3-2 count on every batter this inning. Throwing a lot of pitches here. Hot afternoon. 3-2 pitch, ball 4. So the walk puts runners on the corners with 1 out, and that brings up Shane Shepard. Shane Shepard, a left-handed batter for Wilmington. So Wilmington threatening early on in this game. If they win, there will be no game 2. Cherryville must win to force a second and deciding game for the state championship. Here's the pitch. Strike in there to Shane Shepard. 0-1 the count. Sam Foy is on deck for Wilmington. And the 0-1 pitch, strike 2. 0-2 to Shepard.
Good pitch there, painting the inside corner for Seth Weekly. Don't see a lot of righties will come in on the lefties like that. That's their favorite spot. Take one deep.
0-2 pitch, high and away. 1-2 now.
If you're going to throw it in there, Milton, you got to throw it hard and hope it's cutting. Try to jam the batter.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike him out. So big strikeout there, out number 2, and it brings up Sam Foy. Foy, a left-handed batter as well. Second baseman for Post 10 Wilmington.
That's a good pitch sequence altogether against that batter. Inside, and then high and out, make him chase, and he went after it.
Pitch for a strike.
Weekly looks like he's getting in a rhythm. He's got a little mad. He's got some runners on.
Yes, he has. Runners on the corners. 2 down now. Bottom of the first, no score. Mr. Sparky Hauser Doug scoreboard. The pitch. Ground ball third base foul. 0-2 now on Foy.
And Milton, if they're going to win a state championship for the second time in 2 years, this is the type of situation today they're going to have to get out of all day long, because this Wilmington team can't say enough about their hitting. They put runs on the board like a football team.
Here's the 0-2 runner from first going. Pitches outside for a ball. No throw from Kaiser. Shepard goes to second. And it's 1-2 on Foy. Runners second and third now for Wilmington. Cherryville 1 strike to get here and be out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch is called swing and a miss, strike 3. Have to throw to first to complete the strikeout. As he dropped it, it'll go 2-3 on the putout, out number 3. No runs for Wilmington, no hits, no errors, couple walks. 2 runners left. We played 0-0 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction Post 100 Baseball.
Your child can learn, thrive, and grow at the Cherryville YMCA after-school program. Join the Y during Open House Week, August 6 through 10, and pay no joining fee and no registration fee for after-school care. Call the Y at 704-445-9622 or check out the website at GastonYMCA.org. The Cherryville Y is located 119 East Main Street, downtown Cherryville. It's the place to get fit and have fun in downtown. Carolina Heating and Cooling in Cherryville has been in business for over 90 years with over 4 generations of contractor experience. Carolina Heating and Cooling specializes in sales, service, and installation of heating and cooling products. They offer annual maintenance agreements and service all brands of equipment. Carolina Heating and Cooling, 1313 West Church Street in Cherryville in the old Ford Motor Company building. Owned and operated by Keith and Brian Long. Call 704-435-4433.
For the highest quality chiropractic service provided by a caring and professional doctor and staff, you can depend on Duffy Clinic of Chiropractic in Cherryville. Dr. Joseph A. Duffy and his staff have served Cherryville since 1977 with the treatment of pain from sports injuries to sprains and more. Call Duffy Clinic of Chiropractic at 704-435-4536. Always accepting new patients. Duffy Clinic of Chiropractic, open Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 8 till 5. Wednesday and Friday, 8 till 11. Located at 1412 East Church Street.
And welcome back. Milton Baker, Kevin Hastings with you. Time for the second. No score. Batter up Tyler Shoemaker, the designated hitter. It's ball 1 from O'Donnell. Next pitch grounder to the third baseman. He's got it. His throw in time. 5-3 will go the put out on Shoemaker. And it brings up Dylan Hastings. Hastings batting 5th in the order. Winning pitcher in the must-win game yesterday against Caldwell County, all 9 innings. Hastings, dandy 1-run, 4-hitter. And first pitch ground ball to the second baseman. And 4-3 will go the put out for out number 2. And Dustin Wilson comes to bat. Wilson's had some good at-bats in this state tournament. He gets the start today in left field. And the pitch here, foul back. Strike 1.
Folks, log in and chat with me and Milton. Go ahead, Milton.
All right. It's 0-1 to count on Wilson. The pitch from O'Donnell, the right-hander. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2 now on Wilson. So 2 out, nobody on for Cherryville, and Wilson trying to get something started here for Cherryville. Curveball just missed low. 1-2 to Wilson. Cherryville had a base runner in the first inning. Josh Beam on a walk. He was erased on the double play hit into by Jenkins. There's a swing and a miss, and it's a quick 1-2-3 second inning for Cherryville. Post 100. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Septic tank backs up. Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
Where can you get the highest quality in electrical service at a price that you can afford? From Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. Gary Dellinger invites you to give them a call for a quote on your commercial or residential electrical needs. Call 704-435-0705. No matter the job, Dellinger Electric of Cherryville can handle it. They feature weekend and holiday service. So before you pay an extraordinary price for an ordinary electrical job, call on Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. 704-435-0705.
Bottom of the second. No score in the ball game. State tournament championship day. Chris Hicks, Colin Thacker, and Austin Goodwin, the 6, 7, and 8 spots for Post 10 Wilmington up here against Weekly and company. Again, the defense for Cherryville. First base is Chandler Jenkins. Second base, Brett Huff. Shortstop is Ryan Kraft, third baseman. Dylan Hastings. First pitch foul tip by Hicks in the outfield. Wilson in left. Bass center. Beam right. Catcher, of course, Luke Kaiser. Starting pitcher today, Seth Weekly. 0-1 on Hicks, the pitch. Ball low. 1-1 strike to count to Chris Hicks.
Barry Hevener says today is H.L. Beam's birthday.
All right. And does he expect us to sing?
I'm
Happy
not
birthday?
singing.
I don't think so either. Me either. 1-2 now on Hicks. That last pitch called a strike. And the pitch from Weekly. Ground ball first baseman. Jenkins catches it on the one hop. And will make the put out 3 unassisted for out number 1. Weekly walked 2 batters in the first inning, but struck out the side. Leadoff ground out here. If Cherryville can stay away, Kevin, of letting the first 2 batters get on with nobody out in this ball game, like they were so prone to do 2 nights ago against Wilmington.
Pitching's going to be the key today of everything. Post 100 will not win this if they can't keep Wilmington's runs down and not walk them. I mean, the way they hit the bat, you can't afford to walk them.
First pitch of all, next pitch inside, 2-0 on Thacker. Colin Thacker, the right fielder, right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And it's popped up.
Out of play.
No chance. Yep. It's going to go over behind the first base dugout up on the concrete bleachers several steps and bounce all the way back down on the field.
Sonny Jackson almost caught that one.
So it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Thacker. Only 2 teams left in the state tournament, Cherryville and Wilmington. 2-1 pitch, fouled off again.
That one made it up into the field there in the expensive seats and the box seats up there. You could have bought a tent seat in the tournament for $200 set up on the hill under your tent. That's the only way you could have a tent. They wouldn't allow them in the stadium. Base hit down the right field. This may be trouble.
Yep, base hit down the line, and Thacker's going to go for 2. Here comes the throw. He's going to be in there safe, head first slide. 1 out double for Colin Thacker, first hit of the ball game for either squad. And I'll bring up the designated hitter, Austin Godwin. Godwin hitting 8th in the order, left-handed batter. So Thacker on a 2-2 pitch, lines it down the right field line. A 1 out double. Here in the bottom of the second, scoreless tie. Cherryville must-win situation today in this game to force a deciding game 2 today. If Wilmington wins, they take it all. And here's a fly ball to right. Right fielder coming over the line. Wilson on the run. Wilson can't get there, out of play. He almost went through the fence to get that one.
Dustin Wilson did, and I tell you what, he tweeted earlier today, Milton, about he's going to play harder than he's ever played before, so don't be surprised if Dustin does have to run through a fence. He's going to do it today.
Strike 1 on Austin Godwin. Coach Reynolds telling the outfielders to come in. The center and left fielder, rather. There's a strike on Godwin, 0-2.
But was it Wilmington or was it Whiteville? It was Wilmington, wasn't it? They had the outfielders the other night almost stand on the warning tracks for almost all of Cherryville's batters.
It might have been.
Saw them deep.
0-2 on Godwin. And the pitch from Weekly. Pop fly, left field. Wilson's got a bead on it. He'll make the catch, 2 down. 2 out for Jack Faircloth, the number 9 batter. Left fielder Faircloth. Bats left-handed. Runner at second, 2 out now in the bottom of the first. No score.
Bottom of the second.
Oh, I'll say first.
Yeah.
I'm busy catching up on the Charlotte news over here.
Okay.
And it's Faircloth. The pitch outside. Edge for a strike. I like that recovery.
Yeah.
Outside corner for strike 1 on Faircloth. And the 0-1 pitch to Faircloth. Foul off. 0-2. That hits the old gymnasium side of the building there. I want to go in that old gym so bad.
Do you?
And its door's locked.
Oh, okay.
They're going in and out getting ice, but
Yeah.
I never catch anybody there with the door
I
open.
thought with the brick stands and all the brick and stonework here at this field, any ball fouled out probably gets stretched up too much.
Here's a swing and a miss, and they will throw to first to complete the strikeout, and that will retire the side. Another 2-3 put out on the strikeout of Faircloth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 3rd inning. Still no score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
The name says it all. The Great Outdoors. They have everything and more, from hunting to fishing to apparel for the entire family. And get your screen printing done too. And now the Great Outdoors in Cherryville does embroidery work. And coming soon, Jackson Kayaks. Great for fishing and hunting. Watch for the new arrival of the Jackson Kayaks at the Great Outdoor, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right behind McDonald's. For all of your graphic designs, see White Trash Graphics on Highway 150 west of Cherryville at Acre Enterprises. White Trash Graphics can take care of all your graphic design needs. They specialize in vehicle lettering, custom signs and banners, and vinyl graphics. They also specialize in custom cornhole boards. Check out White Trash Graphics on Facebook or call James at 704-830-7057. White Trash Graphics, Highway 150 West in Cherryville at Acre Enterprises.
And we go to the top of the 3rd inning. No score in the ball game. Ryan Kraft, Brett Huff, and Luke Kaiser due up. Cherryville looking for his first hit here off of O'Donnell, the right-hander. Ryan Kraft, right-handed hitter, shortstop, waits, and that pitch hits him on the shoulder as he ducks. Hits him sort of on the top of the shoulder blade there. Hit by a pitch. Cherryville has another base runner. Bring up Brett Huff. Wilmington had runners at 2nd and 3rd in the 1st inning and a runner at 2nd in the 2nd inning, but unable to score. And the pitch to Huff is a ball inside. Huff showing bunt. 1 ball, no strikes on Brett Huff.
Milton, that is the 43rd hit by pitch batter in this tournament.
And Huff's bunt is a foul ball first base side.
45 hit batters in the state North Carolina tournament. Not round 1. There's only 8 teams in this tournament.
Yeah.
So everybody's had at least 5, maybe 6 batters hit.
1-1 count on Huff. Runner first, nobody out for Cherryville. Top of the 3rd. Huff's bunt this time
Good bunt.
Is a bouncer back to the pitcher. His only play will be to first. That'll get Kraft down to 2nd base. Sacrifice will go 1, 2, 3. And brings up Luke Kaiser. Luke Kaiser, right-handed hitter up for Cherryville, Post 100. Cherryville runner at 2nd base. That's Kraft. Still looking for our first hit in the game.
And Luke broke up the no-no last night in the 6th inning, or 5th inning, top of the 5th inning, with a bunt single. He was trying to sacrifice. The guys got confused out there about who's going where, and we had a bunt single to break up the no-no. Then the next inning, 2 innings later, Chandler Jenkins followed it up with the home run that broke the game open.
Here's the pitch to Kaiser. Inside, called for strike. 0-1 to Luke Kaiser. Kraft at 2nd base. 1 out. Top of 3rd, no score. And there's a ground ball, 3rd base side foul. 0-2 now on Kaiser. Hello to Judy Aker. Hey, Judy. Back home in Cherryville. Hey to Dango. Raise your hand, Dango. And hey to everybody else, including some Wilmington area listeners on the internet.
Yes, sir. We talked to the coach before the game, said you guys were watching back in Wilmington. And
strike 3 called on Kaiser.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You're watching on whatsupshopper.com, folks. If you're just tuning in today from Wilmington, if you don't know, also after the game, later on tonight, we're going to have to edit them. We'll have up about 100, 200, maybe 300 pictures on Facebook. And if you hadn't noticed already, we've already had the first time these guys played, had 380 pictures between these two teams. So you can see all the pictures you want. And So download those on Facebook. Make sure you tag them, so because we can't tag you guys, we're not, because the page, you can't be friends with people. So if you guys come in there and tag your photos, it'd help us out a lot and help you guys out a lot, spreading the word, and that's what's up.
I'll find out one day what that means.
What?
Tagging.
Tagging.
We used to play tag.
Well, that's where you go in. There's a picture, and you click on somebody's face.
And the pitch
hits Thomas
Best. Best hit by a pitch.
What it is, Milton, on the pictures on the Facebook page, you go in, and if you see somebody you know in it, you can click on their face and then type in their name.
Okay.
And when you do that, if you go to a Facebook account, it notifies you that you've been tagged in a photo. It notifies all your friends too. So if I tag you in a photo, all of my friends and all of your friends saw that you're in that photo.
Gotcha. Okay. Josh Beam, who walked in the first with 2 on and 2 out for Cherryville. Big opportunity here. Swing and a miss by Beam. No score in the top of the third. Beam, the left-handed hitting right fielder for Cherryville. And a pitch outside, 1-1. Saw Beam pitch briefly in the game against Wilmington 2 nights ago.
Post 100, first and second, 2 outs. Need a big hit.
Here's the pitch. Called a strike. 1-2 now on Beam.
I think that's you, Milton. Getting phone calls and texts.
Make sure we're on, because I'm getting a bunch of calls. I hope we're on. Can't answer the phone when I'm on the air, folks. And there's strike 3 called on Beam. So
Josh doesn't like it at all.
Yeah, that'll be no runs for Cherryville on no hits, no errors, and 2 left. Go to the bottom of the third, still 0-0. Mr. Sparky, how's your drug scoreboard?
Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
Buy one, get a second at half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27 west of Lincoln. Ask about their buy one, get one half price specials. On Mondays, it's a poor boy basket. Tuesdays, a cheeseburger basket. Wednesdays, a barbecue basket. Thursdays, a chicken filet basket. And on Fridays, it's a big old fish basket. Buy one, get one half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27, 2 miles west of Lincoln. And be sure to use their convenient drive-through window.
Welcome back to Granite Falls, North Carolina, Caldwell County, where the Cherryville Post 100 is taking on Wilmington Post 10. Wilmington Post 10 undefeated in this tournament. Cherryville will have to beat them twice today. Wilmington's only got to beat them once today. Ground ball shortstop. Kraft can't come up with a play, and another error from the Post 100. This is the first one of the game today. But you Post 100 fans know that's not the first one of these playoffs in this series. And actually, Ryan, I think, had 3 or 4 last night, Milton. Yeah. By himself.
Actually, he did. He had 3 errors last night, all 3 for the team. So Wolf reaches, and that'll bring up Stephen Linkus. And I think we've got problems back at the studio straightened out, folks. Got a couple calls there. Some folks saying preaching had taken over our broadcast. So I think we're straightened out now. And it's a foul bunt by Linkus, strike 1. Linkus struck out looking in the first. Appreciate those folks calling us. Didn't know what was going on there. I knew we weren't disconnected. We just were overrun. Here is a bunt down the third base line. Hastings started first.
What a
not
play,
in time.
not
Now
in
going
time.
down to third goes the runner with nobody covering third. The runner, Wolf, goes all the way to third. It's a bunt single for Linkus.
And now nobody's covering second.
And they can't get the ball down there, so Linkus winds up at second as Cherryville's defense
Ryan
falling
Kraft,
asleep there.
Ryan Kraft in either one or two spots on that play was not where he was supposed to be. Because on the bunt, Kraft was at second. Huff was over here at first base, and there's no reason for Huff to be backing up first base on the bunt. So either Chandler didn't come in, or they just left third open on purpose. But we're going to take a quick break. Coach Reynolds is going to come out, and they're going to figure out exactly what's going on out there.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
All right, we're back to the bottom of the third. Runners second and third for Wilmington. Nobody out as the wheels sort of come off there for Cherryville and all that melee. Wolf had reached on an error, then a bunt single by Linkus, and things started going haywire. Coach Reynolds coming off out of the dugout, now walking off the field.
From my vantage point, either Hastings wasn't supposed to come in and make the play, but there was nobody else that would have made the play because the bunt was right at him, leaving third open with Kraft standing on second. Huff was backing up the first baseman, and I don't see why he'd be over there. So I think the middle infielders went the wrong way. I think Kraft was supposed to be at third and Huff at second, and that allowed on a bunt, now runners on second and third instead of second and one out.
0-1 pitch to Shepard is a strike. 0-2 on Chance Shepard. Shepard walked, stole a base in the first. He bats third in the order. Chance Shepard, Shane Shepard, the left-handed batter on deck. The 0-2 pitch, a ball. Well, Wilmington in this inning gets first two aboard with nobody out. They did that 5 of the 7 innings against Cherryville 2 nights ago. We kind of kept them from doing that until this inning tonight. And the 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called. And if you can strike them out looking or swinging, then you don't fear those runners at second and third, but got 2 more outs to get here.
Talked about this last inning, that's going to be the key today. How well Weekly pitches with runners on base, because this Wilmington team is going to hit the ball, they're going to get on base, and we can't afford to Post 100 can't afford to walk people and have errors, and he just balked.
Weekly,
he just slipped on the mound.
Yeah, he about fell off the mound there. Weekly balks, and the run will score, and down to third will go Linkus. So it's 1-0 Wilmington in the bottom of the third inning on the balk.
It'd have been better just letting the ball go there.
Yeah, just roll it home or something. Here's the pitch, a strike to Shepard. So Wolf scores. Linkus moves to third on the balk. And the 0-1 pitch to Shepard. A drive to right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Run will score. RBI single for Shepard. And it's 2-0 Wilmington. Those 2 runners who got on here in the third with nobody out, they both scored now. And that was a common theme 2 nights ago against Wilmington.
Yes, it was. Well,
they had 10 base runners get on with nobody out, 2 in 5 innings, and 8 of those scored.
The first 2 batters in 5 of the 7 innings that Milton said got on base with no outs. I mean, you're no way you're going to beat a team like that. So, Post 100's going to have their hitting shoes on today. Pop up, they may have a chance here.
Might have a chance. Hastings coming over to the dugout, but it's going to land right on top of the third base dugout.
Wow, that was as close as it gets to landing right on top of our transmitter down there, Milton.
I see it there. It came very close. Sam Foy, the batter, accounts 1-1 on Foy with 1 on and 1 out, 2 runs in the bottom of the third for Wilmington Post 10. They collected just their second hit of the game just a moment ago. Here's a bouncer to first base, and he drops it and will go
he's got it.
Yeah, he was going to go to second. Looked like he kind of fumbled it getting out of his glove, so he makes the play at first as Jenkins. but he wanted to get that lead runner, Shane Shepard.
Yeah, he wanted to try to at least get the lead and maybe have a chance for the double play, but the ball chopped up so high, no chance.
So 3 unassisted on Foy brings up Hicks with 2 out, man at second. And the pitch is a ball low. 1 ball and no strikes, the count on Hicks. And the pitch is ball 2.
Runner on second, 2 outs, Post 100 trails 2-0.
And the pitch is a fly ball to left field. Wilson circles around. Now under it makes the catch for out number 3. But in the inning, 2-run score on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 2-0 Wilmington over Cherryville on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 baseball.
Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card. What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those paintings go away.
Here's your receipt.
It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can...
Double play ball in the first inning. Hits one here to the second baseman. High hops him in time anyway. 4-3 on the put out of Jenkins.
Well, I was going to play the video. We'll go ahead and play it real quick. Well, we'll wait till next time Chandler comes up. We should have played it there in the break. I got video of Chandler's home run yesterday. We'll get it next time he comes up if we can remember.
Okay. This brings up Tyler Shoemaker. Shoemaker, a 5-3 ground out his first time up. And it's a ground ball to third base. And the throw in time. Another 5-3 put out on Shoemaker. 2 up, 2 down on 2 pitches. And it brings up Dylan Hastings. It's 2-0 Wilmington in the top of the 4th. Cherryville yet to get a hit in the ballgame. They've had 3 runners aboard, 1 on the walk, and 2 hit by a pitch from Joe O'Donnell. Pitch to Hastings is a strike. 0-1 to Dylan Hastings. The 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go? No, says umpire at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike.
First ball's a little outside too, Milton. The catcher's sitting right on the corner of the plate where I'm standing, so I can see the ball if it misses.
That one almost hits Hastings. Hastings wiggling and squirming everywhere, trying to get out of the way of that one. 2-1. And the pitch, strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Cherryville looking to rally here. Top of the 4th. Going to have to do it with 2 outs and a 2-2 pitch coming up here. Bouncer high, bouncer first baseman will cover it. He can't come up with it. That is probably a hit.
Yeah.
Probably. We'll give him a hit. That breaks up the no-no hitter. And it'll bring up Dustin Wilson. Wilson, last time out, struck out swinging to end the second inning. So 1 on with 2 out for Cherryville. And Wilson, strike 1.
Trying to bunt, squares to bunt.
Hastings at first base. 2 down. And he shows bunt again. He fouls this one off, so he's now in the count 0-2. Wilson will come back and be facing a no balls, 2-strike count. Hastings goes back to first base. Cherryville allowing 2 runs in the 3rd inning. One on a balk, the other on a base hit. And here's the 0-2 to Wilson. Fly ball, right side. Right fielder, long way to go. Is it going to get down, but foul?
Yep. What an attempt by the right fielder, folks. Guys got a good view of it online. See, he hit the ground. A cloud of dust came up. But great hustle there by the right fielder. He comes up with the ball. But Post 100 escaping and out there, and Wilson will have another crack at it.
Yep. Still 0-2 on Dustin Wilson.
Post 100's been pretty good with 2 outs here in this state tournament. They've gotten a lot of things going with 2 outs as opposed to the other teams who do it with no outs.
All right, the 0-2 pitch coming up here to Wilson. And it's a ball. Wilson almost went after it.
In this game, folks, in this day today, every pitch, everything matters.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
Milton, I was noticing not only do they have 6 umpires on the field for this game today, they have the head umpire and chief of the guy that's sitting right behind home plate, so he's not going to miss anything either.
Yep. David Brown, you're speaking of. And the 2-2 pitch fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes remains, count 2 out. 1 on for Cherryville, time of the 4th, down 2-0 to Wilmington. Wilmington and Cherryville here in championship day. And the pitch swung on a miss. Wilson down on strikes, and that'll do it. Cherryville gets no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 2-0 Wilmington on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction Post 100 Baseball.
Save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild. Thinking about remodeling your home? Or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B Squared Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B Squared Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 704-201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today.
And welcome back. Milton Baker, Kevin Hastings with you here. Sunday afternoon baseball. Championship day here in the state tournament at MS Steel Stadium. Granite Falls, Wilmington in the winner's bracket. Cherryville must beat them twice today, while Wilmington only needs to win this one. And they lead 2-0 going to the bottom of the 4th. It's ball 1 on Colin Thacker. Thacker had a double in the 2nd, left stranded at second base. 1-0 pitch, foul ball. 1-1. Pitcher for Cherryville, Seth Weekly.
Got some action in the Cherryville bullpen. The Blue Mist, Blake Mosteller, is down there warming up with Tyler Shoemaker. It's all hands on deck today. Anybody could go in at any time. There's probably not going to be any set schedule. It just depends who's up, who's feeling what.
It's 2-1 now on Thacker. And the pitch. Ground ball, third base. Hastings got it cleanly. Throw across. In time, 5-3 on the putout. Thacker. And brings up DH Austin Godwin. Godwin. He flew out to left his first time up today. Godwin, left-handed DH for Post 10 of Wilmington. They eliminated Pitt County last night to get to this championship day. Cherryville eliminated Caldwell County in the losers bracket to get to this championship round. Fly ball, center field, Best, couple steps in, makes the catch. And 2 up, 2 down, brings up Jack Faircloth. Faircloth struck out swinging to end the second inning. Cherryville's trouble came. Kevin in the third, a leadoff error, then a single. And then runners moved to second and third on a balk, rather. Here's a ground ball up the middle, base hit with 2 out for Faircloth. Actually, runners were at second and third when a balk was called.
That's the worst part about it. I mean, he didn't do anything, purposely illegal or anything. He lost his foot and tripped on his throw, and then you got a runner at third. And that's the worst possible time to have an accident like that to happen. So another snake-bitten play by Post 100 in this tournament.
1 on 2 out in the top of the order. Christian Wolf, the batter, takes a strike. So it was Wolf who was at third when the balk was called, and from second to third went Linkus, and then he scored on a base hit. Here's a fly ball to left that should end the inning. Wilson there for it on the put out of Wolf, and there are no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for Wilmington in the fourth. We move to the 5th inning, still 2-0. Wilmington Post 10 over Cherryville Post 100 on the B Square Construction Post 100 broadcast.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
We all know the cute jingle of Mr. Sparky, but what about the promise behind the jingle? Well, here's Rusty Wise, owner of Mr. Sparky.
We book appointments in customer-chosen windows, and we show up in that time frame. The jingle says, we're on time, you'll see, or the repair is free. So if we are late for the appointment, your repair is totally free.
That's right, and Mr. Sparky will show up at your house on time, and you won't pay a cent until you're satisfied.
When we show up on the job, we'll take a look at what needs to get done, and we'll give you an upfront price. And that will be the exact price when we are finished. No matter if it takes 3 hours or 3 days, the price is the price.
Mr. Sparky, on time, quality work, integrity, and a fair price.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free. You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Hauser Drugstore.
All right, Ryan Kraft will lead Cherry. Ryan Kraft in the top of the 5th for Post 100. 2-0 Cherryville trails Wilmington here. Kraft takes a strike. 0-1. Kraft was hit by a pitch leading off the 3rd inning. So he leads off here again in the 5th. Down the count 0-1. Next pitch from O'Donnell. Ground ball first base side. First baseman's got it. Just be 3 unassisted for out number 1. And the batter up will be Brett Huff. Huff, a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. Cherryville had runners at first and second with 2 out in the 3rd inning. Both runners hit by a pitch. Still looking for their first hit. It's Cherryville. Pitch inside, ball 1 to Huff. I'm doing all I can here to break up this. I beg your pardon, Cherryville does have a hit. The bunt single by Hastings. Cherryville's still looking for its first home run in the game. Let's put it that way then. Yesterday, after their first hit, they got a home run. And this is a pitch inside, 2-0 to Huff. 3-0, excuse me. 3 balls and no strikes. O'Donnell's walked 1 batter and hit 2. There's a strike. 3-1. Brett Huff.
We're already there, Jerry. Stick with me, we'll be all right.
Wind in the pitch. Foul ball. 3-2 count. 1 out, nobody on for Cherryville. Top of the 5th, down 2-0. Must-win game for Cherryville if they want a shot at back-to-back state titles. Here's a ground ball. Bouncer high hops over the second baseman's head. And I don't know anything to score that other than he didn't really boot it out there.
Did he touch it?
I don't think he touched it.
That's a hit then.
Yeah. They're giving him error. The official score says error. E4. So at any rate,
Right single.
They put single down. They changed it.
Well, it's not on the board anyway, so we can write down
Okay,
whatever we want.
we'll give him a base hit. I'll go with that. One out hit for Huff. Tying run comes to plate. That's Luke Kaiser. Luke Kaiser struck out looking in the third inning. The pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop. 6, 4, and 3. Double play. That'll take care of Cherryville in the 5th inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, but nobody left. Second double play Cherryville's hit into today. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 2-0 Wilmington on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
On the corner in downtown Cherryville has been Cherryville's hometown pharmacy since 1935, and they know you by name. For durable medical equipment such as wheelchairs, oxygen, walkers, CPAPs and BiPAPs, lift chairs, and diabetic supplies too, like strips and lancets. Hauser Drug bills Medicare and most all private insurances. And does your pharmacy make home deliveries? Hauser Drug in Cherryville does. It's service after the sale.
Good luck to Post 100 Baseball from Hauser Drug.
Deja Vu in downtown Cherryville specializes in men's, women's, and children's clothing. Deja Vu has an extensive line of formal wear with name brand jewelry and purses. And Deja Vu is now accepting new consignors. Come on in now and see Emily or Alice for all of your clothing and accessory needs. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturdays, 10 to 3. Deja Vu, 118 East Main Street in downtown Cherryville. Find them on Facebook or call 704-445-9333 for Deja Vu in downtown Cherryville.
And welcome to MS Steel Stadium in Granite Falls. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Batter up for Wilmington is Stephen Linkus. He has struck out, singled, and scored in the game today. Linkus, Shepard, and Shepard due up here for Wilmington, trying to knock off the state champions here from 2011, Cherryville Post 100. Cherryville must win 2 games against Wilmington today. Ground ball to the shortstop. Kraft's got it. Will he have enough time? Base hit. Base hit for Linkus, infield single. Just too slow and too far in the hole that time. Kraft did everything right.
Kraft had to go deep into the hole to get that ball. Good job even getting to it. But nothing at first. Another leadoff man on versus Cherryville for Wilmington.
Shepard the batter up. Chance Shepard. Shepard walked in the first, struck out in the third. It's ball 1 here from Weekly. And the pitch from Weekly.
Maybe.
Ground ball to second. Backhanded by Kraft. 6, 4, 3. Did he get him?
Yep.
At first he is out. So there we go. Just want the doctor ordered. Cherryville turns 2.
Maybe that'll get Kraft's confidence going too. Made a clean play, got the double play, twin killing, and done a good job there. And by Post 100, they didn't do that the other night after a leadoff runner got on. And that's going to bring up number 32 for Wilmington, Shane Shepard.
Shepard a strikeout and an RBI single today. Wilmington batting bottom of the 5th, up 2-0, but 2 out, and now nobody on. And the pitch from Weekly, strike to Shane Shepard. Shepard drove in that second run of the 3rd inning for Wilmington, post 10. Next pitch, a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Game moving right along. We started at 2:31, just shy of an hour into the game. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch, ball 2. 2-1 now to Shepard. Sunshine soaking the field right now. It's a pretty good breeze out there. The flag, most of the game is in center field, has been blowing straight in. There'll be a base hit for Shepard with 2 out. He goes up the middle again, a little more towards center this time.
Yeah, that wind is blowing pretty good in Milton, like you just said, straight in. And so if anyone's going out of right field, it had to be one heck of a shunt before that. They better get a hold of one now. If anyone has it out of right field, the pitcher knows it when he lets go of it.
Yeah. It's got to be a bomb. Sam Foy, 0 for 2 on the left, strikeout and a ground out. And the first pitch fouled up on the concrete bleachers and bounces into the bullpen on the first base side. Strike one on Foy. The pitch, a ball low. 2-0 now to Foy. For a left-handed batter, second baseman for Post 10 Wilmington. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. Huff's got it. He'll toss to Kraft on second base for the 4-6 force on Shepard. For out number 3 to be a fielder's choice for Foy. Inning summary, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 6th, still 2-0. Wilmington leads Cherryville on the B Square Construction Post 100 broadcast.
For complete auto repair, see Garen Sellers at Sellers Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Sellers Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shocks, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing. Sellers Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1. There's no doubt about it. Your pet is a member of the family, and you want to give them the best possible care. That's why we take our pets to Dr. Robert Browning and Cherryville Animal Hospital in Cherryville. Cherryville Animal Hospital is a full-service animal hospital and will take both emergency cases as well as less urgent medical, surgical, and dental issues. They will take every step to ensure your pet the best possible care. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays, 8 till 12. Located at 1412 Shelby Highway 150 West in Cherryville.
And welcome back to MS Steel Stadium on the B Square Construction broadcast. 2-0 Wilmington leads. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. We're in the 6th inning now. Top of the 6th, Best will lead it off for Cherryville. Thomas, 0 for 1. Ground out in the first. He was hit by a pitch in the third. Behind him, Beam and Jenkins. Cherryville 2 hits, but one of them by Hastings, a little bunt single. The last one by Brett Huff, a bad hop single. Cherryville really hasn't just clobbered one yet.
It wasn't a purposeful bunt single, though. It was supposed to be a sacrifice.
Yes. And strike one on Bess. Yeah, Hastings was trying to sacrifice. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss by Bess. 0-2. Joe O'Donnell is getting these Cherryville hitters off balance here. 0-2 to Bess. And it swung on and missed, strike 3. When you see that against Thomas Bess, you just got to wonder.
And both of Cherryville's hits today, neither one of them's been a clean base hit. One of them was both of them you could call defensive confusion upon. One of them was the bunt single by Hastings down the first baseline, and then the ground ball that bounced over the second baseman's head, and looks like Beam.
I thought he got hit.
That's as close as you can get to not getting hit, I guess.
Yeah, close. Ball one. Beam has walked and struck out. And the 1-0 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Gets through. Base hit for Josh Beam. So 1-out single for Beam brings up Chandler Jenkins. Another lefty. Lefty follows lefty here in the lineup today. Jenkins is hit into a double play.
And hold on, Milton, just real quick while we got Jenkins up.
And the pitch outside, 2-1.
But besides that, Green has not been touched. Go to him. We'll come back to the field. Now they're going to throw over, so we'll go ahead and let anybody swinging the bat. Fouled off a couple here and there. Popped up a few.
The 2-1 pitch.
Uh-oh.
Fly ball, left field. Left fielder on his horse. He won't get to it. It
Outta
is
here.
out of here. Home run, Chandler Jenkins. Put Cherryville on the board, swinging a miss here.
So that was Jenkins yesterday, folks, with a big home run that put Cherryville on the board that tied it 1-1. And now he's got a runner on first, 1 out, and a chance to get something going again here for Cherryville.
Down 2-0 in the top of the 6th. Time to get started here. Pitch from O'Donnell outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beam at first base for Cherryville Post 100. He collects his first hit, 3 hits on the day for Cherryville. Off of this righty, Joe O'Donnell. And the pitch. Blown away. Ball 2. Two and 1 to count to Jenkins. And the next pitch in low, 3-1. Jenkins almost got, he looked like one of the old West Cowboys when they say dance, partner, when they shoot at her feet. 3-1 instead to first. Beam's safe. Three-one count on Jenkins, and the pitch is ball 4. Not even close on that one.
All right, Post 100, now's the time. Down 2-0 against the Wilmington Post 10, who's been a juggernaut on the offensive side, so you got to know they're going to be putting some more runs on the board, getting some hits. And now we're running out of time for Cherryville here in the 6th inning. Got runners on first and second, 1 out. Tyler Shoemaker up.
Tyler batting as the DH today, batting in the cleanup spot. Ball 1 to Shoemaker.
Tyler had 2 home runs in game 2, and Coach Reynolds is having a talk with him right now. Apparently he missed a signal.
Beam at second, Jenkins at first base, 1 out. Top of the 6th, 2-0. Wilmington leads. Cherryville Post 100 at bat here. And the pitch. Ground ball, third baseman dives on it. Only play will be to second. He'll get 1 there, no shot at the double play.
Good hustle by Tyler getting down the line, so no possibility of the double play.
5-4 put out on Jenkins. Beam goes to third. Fielder's choice for Shoemaker. And it brings up Dylan Hastings. And the coach for Wilmington hurries out to the mound quickly. So Cherryville's infielders will meet with Coach Reynolds on the third base side, Cherryville's base runners, rather. And we'll just reassess the situation here. Cherryville down 2-0 in the game, a must-win game. Cherryville coming out of the loser's bracket. Wilmington's undefeated in this double elimination tournament. So all they have to do is beat Cherryville. If Cherryville comes from behind here and wins this ball game this afternoon, game 2 will follow 30 minutes later for the state championship. But Wilmington can win it all with a victory over Cherryville here this afternoon at MS Deal Stadium. Cherryville defending state champions, went undefeated in the state tournament in Morehead City last year. Cherryville winning state championships last year, 2011. Also in 2007 in Gardner, and 2003 Cherryville won a state championship as well. Swing and a miss by Hastings, strike 1. Hastings, a 4-3 ground out and a single today. The 0-1 pitch from O'Donnell bounces away, run coming home, and Beam is going to slide in safe with the first run for Cherryville. Down to second will go Shoemaker. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hastings, and it's 2-1 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Beam scores on the wild pitch.
I was just about to say, Milton, with Coach Reynolds taking that time to talk everything over, I was thinking maybe Dylan could swing away on the first pitch, and then I was about to say something about might see a Tyler Shoemaker delayed steal here just to see what they do, and he did. Shoemaker took off, but it didn't matter, the bad pitch in the dirt. Cherryville now has gotten at least 1 run in. Now let's see if we can get some more.
All right, it's 1-1 count on Hastings, and the pitch is outside, 2-1. Dustin Wilson on deck for Cherryville, but there are 2 out. Deep base hit here by Hastings could tie this game up. Shoemaker's not your fastest runner. That curveball called a strike, 2-2.
Well, the left fielder isn't going to get beat deep. He's about 2 steps away from the warning track. The right fielder, though, huge gap down both lines. So if Tyler,
strike 3 called on Hastings.
Hastings didn't like it. Gives the umpire an old look. And I'm telling you, it was outside. I can see the outside corner, and he missed the plate.
1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left for Cherryville. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 score now. Wilmington leads on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction Post 100 Baseball.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville. The Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by and see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. The Car Store now does inspections, oil changes, tire and wheel changes, along with brake service, paintless dent removal, and minor repairs. The Car Store in Cherryville is locally owned and operated for 20 years on the Lincoln and Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Let them earn your business. If they don't have it, they'll find it. Call 704-435-1988.
And welcome back as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hicks will lead it off for Wilmington, leading 2-1. Strike in there from Weekly. Hicks, Thacker, and Godwin due up 6, 7, and 8 spots for post 10 Wilmington. Weekly's next pitch, a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hicks ready to go. Weekly works fast. The pitch is a ball, 2-1 now. Chris Hicks, third baseman, left-handed batter for Wilmington post 10. The pitch outside, 3-1.
2-1, bottom 6. Post 100 trails Wilmington in game 1, hopefully.
Bouncer, high hopper to Jenkins at first. He'll toss to Weekly, covering the bag for the 3-1 put out on Hicks.
Good job, Seth Weekly, getting over to cover the bag. Chandler probably could have outrun him to the bag, but it's always easier to give a little soft toss if you can.
Brings up Colin Thacker. Thacker doubled in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th. Wilmington scoring both their runs in the 3rd inning. Cherryville putting its only run on the board moments ago in the top of the 6th.
Where was that pitch, Milton?
Well, they called it a ball.
That was about as down the middle as it could be. And that ball, he gives him that one. That was 6 inches outside, so yeah. Now it's 1-1.
his home plate's out there a little bit. 1-1 pitch, curved ball over the head of the batter.
Had to call slips on that one, Mr. Weekly. Luke Kiner's going to come out and make sure he's okay.
Yep. So
it's hot out there, folks.
It is. It is another warm day here.
Humidity, sweat.
Not much shade and lots of concrete.
You can see Seth out there wiping his brow off. I mean, it is hot and humid here in Granite Falls today.
2-1 pitch is a ground ball. It's going to get through for a base hit for Thacker. He's 2 for 3 on the day with 1 out. He singles, bringing up Austin Godwin. Godwin, left-handed batter, DH in the 8th spot here. Godwin today, a fly out to left, a fly out to center. The pitch. Bunch, and Kaiser going to have to hustle. Throw to first, got him.
Great play by Luke Kaiser there, coming out of the box in a hustle. Trying to drag bunt for a hit there, the lefty did. He got beat by just a half a step.
2-3 on the put out. It'll go to, Thacker will go to second, and it'll bring up Jack Faircloth, 1 for 2 on the day in the number 9 hole, the left-handed batter Faircloth, who singled up the middle in the fourth. Wilmington trying to get that run back they gave up in the top of the sixth here. And it's a ball to Faircloth.
You're watching State Championship Sunday here in Granite Falls of the North Carolina State American Legion Baseball Tournament. The winner will play next weekend in Sumter in the Southeast Regionals.
That's low, 2-0 to Faircloth.
Cherryville's got to win 2 today. Wilmington's just got to win 1 of the 2.
And runner at second, 2 down now. Top, bottom of the sixth, 2-1 score. Wilmington on top. The pitch, first base. Jenkins lets it get by him. Here comes the runner around third. He'll come home and score. And the ball gets away on the infield. The runner will go to second. And Cherryville gives that run back that they earned in the top of the sixth.
Yep.
They give it back here in the bottom of the sixth. Faircloth reaches on the E3. And I guess you give another error on the throw infield, letting the runner go to second.
6 inning post 100 trails 3-1 to Wilmington. Base running, defensive mistakes have attributed to all the run or all 3 unearned runs. Yes, they are, aren't they? For the second one, it wasn't.
Yeah. Ball 1 to the top of the order, Wolf.
So 2 of the 3 are unearned.
The pitch. Ball 2.
Folks, you can live chat with us right below the social stream, right below the video player on the social stream. After this at bat, folks, we're going to have our celebrity of the game after this at bat. So sign in with your Facebook and Twitter accounts. Don't forget the celebrity fan of the game coming up after this third out. Sign in to win.
Ground ball up the middle. And coming around third is Faircloth. Here's the throw. Cut off at the pitcher's mound by first baseman Jenkins. And the run scores on the Wolf RBI single. And it's 4-1 Wilmington now here in the bottom of the sixth. Faircloth scoring all the way around from second. 2 runs have scored in the inning. It's 4-1. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug Scoreboard. All this with 2 outs. And we should be out of the inning. That's for the error at first base.
Tough,
things alive.
And Jenkins charged with an error there. It's one of those balls that gets chopped so high.
And now they say Weekly balked.
Well, the runner faked to go, and then Weekly stepped off, and I guess he started moving before he stepped off, Milton.
Second balk of the day.
Now Coach Bell's going to come out and have a talk with Weekly. We'll be back in a short break here on WhatsAppShopper.com and 1590 AM.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center.
Well, 2 runs have scored on 2 hits and 2 errors in the inning, and the runner at second base for Cherryville with 2 out for Wilmington, runner at second base. Cherryville trails 4-1. Wilmington at bat, bottom of the 6th. Linkus is the batter up. The left-hander Linkus has got 2 hits on the day, 2 for 3. And a run scored. And there's a strike from Weekly. Weekly charged with a balk just moments ago, letting the runner Wolf to go from first to second. Wolf had just singled in that 4th run earlier. 0-1 pitch here to Linkus. Ground ball. Second base can't get there. Base hit up the middle. Runner coming around from third. He will score. RBI single for Linkus, and Wilmington builds the lead to 5-1.
All with 2 outs here, Milton.
And we should be out of the inning. Save the error, and then another error. So Linkus singles. He's at first base. It's 5-1 Wilmington, and Chance Shepard, the batter. He's walked, struck out, and hit into a double play. The pitch from Weekly is a strike outside corner. 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th here at MS Steel Stadium State Tournament. Runner going. A drive to center field. Bass back to the wall. Bass leaps.
Oh,
and
the top of the
off
wall.
Top of the wall for a home run. Home run for Chance Shepard. Bass leaped for it. And it hit the top of the wall and bounced out of here. Linkus, a 2-run homer, just makes it 7-1.
Bass just missed robbing a home run and ending this inning. And that's going to be it for Seth Weekly, folks. We're going to be back in a few minutes on the What's Up Schomper Sports Network and Post 100 Baseball.
Thinking about remodeling your home? Or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B Squared Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B Squared Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 704-201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today. Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909.
College Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649. Well, during that break for the pitching change, poor Thomas Bess out in center field hadn't moved from where he leaped to try to catch that drive off the bat of Shepard. And upon further review, the ball hit Bess's glove.
And
Kevin
then
Rosalda,
bounced,
and then bounced out.
The top of the fence.
And Bess's glove was at the top of the fence when he leaped to try to bring that one back in the ballpark. Instead, it's a 2-run homer, and it's a 7-1 Wilmington lead in the bottom of the 6th, and the new pitcher is Chandler Jenkins for Cherryville. First pitch thrown away in the dirt to Shane Shepard, ball 1. Jenkins and Weekly swap positions on the field. Weekly goes over to first base. Jenkins to the mound, the lefty on lefty here, swinging a foul tip. 1-1 on Shane Shepard. Shane Shepard 2 for 3 day today. So Wilmington, 5 runs in the inning, all with 2 out. And there's a curveball, stays inside, 2-1 on Shane Shepard. Cherryville would be out of the inning, save for the error. Jenkins at first base. Let that ball get by him earlier this inning. 3-1, so he comes to the mound to try to get the third out here in the 6th.
Folks, stay with us during this break. We'll have our celebrity fan of the game.
Swing and a miss by Shepard, and it's 3-2.
To win a What's Up Shopper t-shirt, folks, all you need to do is log in under the video player, sign in with your Twitter or Facebook account on the check-in and chat big green button, and a walk is going to be given to Shepard.
Walk to Shane Shepard on a 3-2 pitch.
So right below the video player, you see where we've been commenting. Barry Hefner made the last comment. You guys can see right there. Click on the social stream, then click the green button, sign in, and if you know our celebrity of the game, you will win a free What's Up Shopper t-shirt.
Sam Foy, the batter, and the pitch is a strike to Foy. Foy, who is 0 for 3 on the day, reached on fielder's choice in the 5th. 0-1 pitch from Jenkins. Foul ball. 0-2 now.0-2 pitch coming up from the lefty Chandler Jenkins. High ball 1. Foy's the 9th batter of the inning here. And the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. And the inning summary goes like this: 5 runs for Wilmington on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left. And we go to the top of the 7th. Cherryville now down 7-1 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
Stay right here, Milton. We're going to have our celebrity of the game. We're going to keep you updated. I'm guessing it's there's the guy in the white hat. That's our celebrity of the game, folks. If you guys know him at home, all you got to do is sign in with your Twitter and Facebook account, and you can win a free What's Up Shopper t-shirt. The first one to get it right will win a free t-shirt. So that's our local celebrity fan of the game, folks. So just sign in. Milton's going to give you a summary of today's ball game so far up to this point.
All right, I'll do that. Wilmington got on the board in the 3rd inning with 2 runs scoring on 1 hit and 1 error. Their first run scoring with runners at 2nd, 3rd, a balk was called on the pitcher Seth Weekly. That brought in Wolf. Then with 1 out, and a runner at 3rd, Shane Shepard singled to right center to bring in run number 2. Cherryville put a run on the top of the 6th with Beam singling with 1 out. And Beam wound up at 3rd base. He scored on a wild pitch. And then in the bottom of the 6th, with 2 out, Cherryville would have been out of the inning, an error in the field. And 5 runs went on to score. Weekly exits the game. Jenkins goes in. He walks first batter, then strikes out the next one for the 3rd out. Brings us to the top of the 7th, and Dustin Wilson leading off the inning for Cherryville. Wilson 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts on the day. It's ball 1 from Joe O'Donnell.
One more time, that was our fan of the game, folks. If you know who that was, you can sign in and right below the video player, log in, tell us who he was. If we don't get a winner, we'll pick another fan next inning. We'll come back to you, but we're going to take a break next inning.
Foul ball. 1-2 on Wilson. Cherryville 3 hits in the game, 2 of them of the infield variety. And Wilson tries to hold his swing, strike 3. The throw to first will complete the strikeout. 2-3 on Wilson, who struck out 3 times today. And that brings up Ryan Kraft. Kraft was hit by a pitch and grounded out today.
Kraft's been hit multiple times in this tournament. I got a great picture of him. I think actually either against Caldwell or against this Wilmington team. I got a good picture of him on Facebook, taking one there in the hip.
And here's a ground ball to 3rd. 3rd baseman in time, 5-3 on the putout. And there's 2 away for Brett Huff. Huff singled in the 5th. That was that bad hop single toward the 2nd baseman. Huff with a sacrifice bunt also on the day, so he's 1 for 1 officially. Brett Huff. As Cherryville must come from behind here to defend their state title. A must-win game for Cherryville. They'll have to beat Wilmington twice today. Wilmington in the winner's bracket only needs 1 win, and it goes to 2-0 on Brett Huff. 2 out, nobody on for Cherryville, top of the 7th. And this one's popped up. 2nd baseman on the edge of the grass says, I will. And that'll do it. Cherryville goes quietly in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, still 7-1 Wilmington on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction Baseball.
Cherryville Federal Bank makes switching a snap. Every bank has a switch kit, but ours has a name and a face, a real person ready to walk you through all the details. Automatic drafts, direct deposit, tracking down numbers and details. completing the process. We do everything we can to make switching a snap. So the sooner you get started, the better. Cherryville Federal Bank. It's just better here. Member FDIC.
Your home medical equipment is found at the drugstore with 3 convenient locations in Lincoln, Boger City, and in Vail. At the drugstore, you are treated like family. They are locally owned and operated and catering to the needs of people like you. So if you're in the market for home medical equipment, visit your nearest drugstore location in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln, the Carolina Shopping Center in Boger City, and in Honey Shopping Center, located on Highway 10 in Vail. Today's game is being brought to you by
here at MS Steel Stadium in Granite Falls in the state championship day, and Wilmington's Chris Hicks will lead it off. He led off the 6th inning with a ground out. Hicks, Thacker, and Godwin due up. Wilmington scored 5 runs in the 6th inning with 2 out and chased starting pitcher Seth Weekley in the process. And the batter here, Hicks, 0 for 3 on the day for the left-handed batter up here against lefty Chandler Jenkins. And it's ball 1 to Hicks. Next pitch, outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here. Wilmington looking to go undefeated in this state tournament, same as Cherryville did last year when they won it at Morehead City. And there's ball 3 outside in the dirt from Chandler Jenkins. The 3-0 pitch, ball 4. Leadoff walk will bring up Colin Thacker. And Coach Reynolds coming out. He's seen all he wants to see. He's going to call for Dustin Wilson in right field. We'll take this time out. We're going to have a pitching change here for Post 100.
Hi, R&M Motors, Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop of Cherryville. R&M does all types of major and minor repairs, including custom exhaust and inspections. Plus, they sell cars, trucks, and custom and stock golf carts, plus 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, and more. In the pawn shop, you'll find guns, gold and silver, and everything in between. And they buy and trade at R&M Motors, Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop, both located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger takes this time to invite you to Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry in Cherryville and Cherryville Dental Clinic. You'll find a state-of-the-art facility with excellent dental care from their competent and caring staff, offering a wide array of preventive, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, and they strive to improve your dental health and a higher quality of life. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry, 1015 East Church Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at CloningerDentistry.com.
A lot of people are switching to natural gas lately because natural gas appliances cost a lot less to operate than those using propane or electricity. In fact, a typical family could save up to $1,000 a year just by switching from propane to natural gas. But that's not all. To learn more about natural gas and to find out how much money you could save by switching, visit psncenergy.com/choosegas. That's psncenergy.com/choosegas. Natural gas from PSNC Energy, making everyday life better.
All right, next pitcher for Cherryville is Dustin Wilson. Wilson comes in from left to the mound, and out to left field to go Chandler Jenkins. So just recap the defense. The first baseman is now Seth Weekley. Second baseman still Huff. Shortstop Kraft. Third baseman Hastings. Now in left is Jenkins. Bass still in center. Beam still in right field. Catcher Kaiser. And the new pitcher again is right-hander Dustin Wilson. He'll face Colin Thacker here with a runner on and nobody out for Wilmington. Bottom of the 7th. They lead 7-1 on Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. And the pitch, a strike. It's 0-1 to Thacker. Thacker's 2 for 3 on the day. And here's a pop foul out of play. 0-2. Thacker's doubled in the second, singled and scored in the sixth. Sixth inning, the killer for Wilmington so far today with 5 runs scoring in the sixth. And the pitch, a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Wilson inside. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball, shortstop. Kraft to go to second for 1, down to first, not in time. Fielder's choice for Thacker, a 6-4 force on Hicks for out number 1. Bring up Austin Godwin. Godwin is 0 for 3 on the day. And he bats 7th in the order. Left-hander Godwin going to step up here against Dustin Wilson, right-hander for Cherryville. And the pitch, high ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Godwin.
Sonny Jackson won another half and half.
Again?
He's got a rabbit's foot. I tell you what.
1-0 pitch, first base side foul. We'll follow him around a while. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm going to have Sonny buy me the tickets every time he comes.
Maybe we can go get me some lottery tickets. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on for Wilmington. 7-1 in the bottom of the 7th. 7s and 1s all over the scoreboard. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2. 6th inning. The big inning for Wilmington. 5 runs scoring at that. After Cherryville had just put a run on the board in the top of the 6th. And that one fouled off the foot of Godwin. He says, ouch. Wilmington defeated Pitt County last night. Eliminated them from the tournament. They stay undefeated in the tournament coming into today's action. Cherryville had to beat Caldwell County to advance out of the loser's bracket to the championship round. And here's a foul ball again by Godwin. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Dustin Wilson, 3rd pitcher of the day for Cherryville Post 100.
We didn't have a winner of the celebrity fan, so but our cameraman's walkie-talkie sitting with all the Cherryville fans now, they can't hear me.
And foul ball again.
So right now, Milton, he can't pick out another fan and doesn't know we didn't get a winner. Barry, you're not right. It's not Spitter McGee. He was spitting there was a guy spitting in his juice in a bottle, and we didn't have any other guesses. But Barry guessed Spitter McGee. Nope, it's not Spitter McGee.
1-2 the count. Wilson pitch, swung on and missed, struck him out. So 2 out, brings up Jack Faircloth. Faircloth, who struck out, singled, and reached on an error. Reached on the error in the 6th inning that got things started for Wilmington. There was 2 out and a runner aboard when he reached. And then there was an error on the throw back in. And here's a ground ball, gets by the first baseman, diving attempt there by Weekly. It'll be a base hit. Going down to third is the runner. The throw cut off at second base. So runners on the corners with 2 out on the single by Faircloth. The 2 out single brings up top of the order Christian Wolf. Wolf's walked, reached on air and scored, flied out, singled and scored. 2 away, runners on the corners, and the pitch. Strike 1 on Wolf. The 0-1 pitch. High fly ball, left field, back, And it is going to go in foul territory. And did he catch it?
No, he came down in the drain the drain out there, and he dropped the ball, Milton. He hit his glove. Chandler almost made a leaping catch. He looked like the Michael Jordan Jumpman logo out there, Milton.
Yeah. And there's a little trap.
That's not
hazard.
That's not a little trap. It's about
a big
15 feet long. Coach Sane told me in batting practice they've lost about 5 or 6 balls out there in the drains that are in the outfield up against the walls.
All right, so it's a long foul ball. Almost caught and gives Christian Wolf new life here. 0-2 count. And now they got the runner going to second. They throw to first and throw it away.
Wow.
Runner from third will score. Down to third will go Faircloth on the E1.
Had him dead to rights, Milton. Picked off the runner was moving, and the ball gets by Weekly at first base. And next thing you know, another run scores, and the runner goes all the way to first. All the way to third, who should have been out.
That's Faircloth, who
should have been the end of the inning.
So it's 8-1 now. Wilmington on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, and still 0-2 on the batter Wolf. The pitch. It's foul out of play. Still no balls and 2 strikes to Christian Wolf.
And we've talked all year, Milton, about how defense and walks could come back to haunt this team, and that's exactly what happened today. And you can get away with it in a 7-game series, but not in a double elimination tournament. Ground ball Hastings makes the play at first, and no, Weekly can't come up with it again at first.
Runner scores from third, E5, and runner first is safe with 2 out, and it's 9-1. And this batter represents the game-ending run here in the bottom of the 7th.
How many errors is that this game, Milton?
I'll look and see here. It's 2 this inning, 2 last inning. And the pitch is low, ball 1. Let's see. 5 errors in the game. 5 errors for Cherryville. It's ball 1 to Linkus. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Bottom of the 7th, 9-1 Wilmington. 2 out, runner at first. 1-1 count on the number 2 batter in the order, Stephen Linkus. And that's a ball. 2-1. Linkus today, 3 singles and a strikeout. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. Huff lets it get by him.
Another error.
Error on second baseman. Runners will be on the corners. Runners on the corners, E4. 6 errors in the ball game for Cherryville. And it brings up Chance Shepard with a chance for Chance to drive in a run. And 2 more runs this inning will end the game on the mercy rule.
One swing of the bat would end the game if he hits this ball out of the park.
Well,
we're going home.
He hit 1 out last time up, a 2-run homer in the 6th for Shepard. Pitch from Wilson, ground ball, diving for it, base hit by the shortstop. That's a hit all the way, and it's 10-1 as coming in to score is Wolf. Down to second goes Colin Thacker. RBI single for Shepard.
And Milton, we got to go ahead and say it while we're here. Wilmington, if they stay ahead and keep and win this game, they have put on an offensive dominating performance in this state tournament. This is the fourth out of 5 games that they have scored in double digits. The only game they didn't score in double digits, they had 9. Coming into this game, they were averaging 14.5 runs a game in this tournament, folks. So we knew what was going to happen today. You couldn't afford to walk them. You couldn't afford to miss the ground balls because they're going to put it in play. And Cherryville with 6 errors today. And how many walks? Do you know that?
We'll check and see.
It's got to be around the 6 mark, too.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when you count up your errors and walks, they're somewhere around how many runs that you've given up.
It's ball 1 on Shane Shepard. This one's popped up. Third base side. Third baseman Hastings, foul territory, makes the catch. And that is out number 3 in the inning. But for Wilmington, post 10, 3-run score in the inning on 2 hits. There was 3 errors and 2 runners left. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 10-1 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. Wilmington of Cherryville post 100.
Nationwide Insurance offers low auto rates in your area. Now, I don't have to tell you about the great service you'll get with those low rates, but I just did. That's right. Put a mic in front of me and I just can't stop talking about Nationwide's low rates and great service.
For auto, home, life, and business, call on Sandy Cunningham, Nationwide Insurance Agency, located at 1608 East Church Street in Cherryville.
Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliated companies, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review and approval. Products and discounts not available to all persons in all states.
Get it cranked with a stop at Field Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. They start all the winners. They do it all at Field Starter and Alternator, from starters to alternators, generators, rebuilt and repairs. With 2 locations, 457 Paul H. Beam Road and 319 East Main Street, both in Cherryville. Yes, get it cranked and get it running with a visit to Field Starter and Alternator of Cherryville.
And they lived happily ever after.
Thanks, Mom.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
This moment is brought to you by Bennett Insurance Group, your local Erie insurance agent. For affordable insurance coverage in Cherryville, call Rocky at Bennett Insurance Group at 704-435-0271 and see how you can save. Bennett Insurance Group and Erie Insurance. We've got you covered. It's our true blue promise.
Top of the 8th, first pitch ground out to second by Luke Kaiser. 4-3 on the putout. Kaiser is 0 for 3 on the day. Brings to the top of the order Thomas Bess. Bess 0 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch. We're in the top of the 8th. It's 10-1 Wilmington on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. And they almost ended this ball game in the bottom of the 7th on the 10-run rule.
Yeah, one more base hit would have done it, Milton.
Yeah, they had a runner at second. And 2 out now. Pop-up ended. Here's a fly ball, foul ball territory, right side out of play by Best, strike 1.
Thomas actually hit it up there where his family's been sitting up there in that part of the field this whole tournament, so maybe his mom got a chance to make a catch over there.
Strike 1 to count. Cherryville only 3 hits on the day. 1 run scoring back in the 6th inning. Beam led off with a single. No, I'm sorry, he didn't lead off. He got a single with 1 out. A walk to Jenkins, then a fielder's choice by Shoemaker. And here's a ground ball to short by Bess. 6-3 on the putout.
Cherryville Post 100 down to the last 4 outs of Milton. 10-1. It's been a great season for Post 100. They've had their ups and downs, their defensive woes, their control woes, but their bats have been the key, and they never gave up, and they've won very close games, amazing ways.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Here's Beam, who had that single last night, strike 1. Cherryville won their record 6th Area 4 title in a row.
North Carolina record.
They've made it back to the state championship tournament. I don't know how many times. In recent years, a couple of years ago, they were in the final day of action at Ashboro. Won it last year at Morehead City. And they had to win Area 4 this year, as the count goes 1 and 2 on Beam. Had to win Area 4 this year, being that Caldwell County got put out of the playoffs in the semifinals. So they had to beat the Braves, and it went 7 games. Either the Braves or Post 100 would be here, but not both, as in normal years if the state tournament were not in Area 4. Caldwell County automatically qualified as the host team. They knocked them out last night. Count goes 3 and 2 on Beam. And the pitch, ball 4 to Beam, so a 2-out walk. Beam, who gets walked a lot. He walks here. He's been walked twice today, along with that single. He's 1 for 2 officially. And brings up Chandler Jenkins. And the pitch. Jenkins, fly ball to left, should do it. Left fielder right there to make the catch for out number 3. No runs for Cherryville, no hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 10-1 Wilmington on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. This is B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you. Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association. For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today.
All right, welcome back as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And the batter up for Wilmington is Sam Foy. Brandon Alexander's now at third base for Cherryville. What other change we got there? Stamey's at second.
Yeah.
New shortstop is Sam Travis. Okay. Shoemaker's at first.
Somebody's at second.
Or that's High at first. Excuse me.
Stamey's at second, isn't he?
Yeah, Stamey's at second. Travis at short. Cameron High at first base.
Coach Reynolds getting these 8 players that will be their last game ever, Milton, into the ball game right now at Post 100 if they can't make a comeback.
Here's a base hit for Foy to the new right fielder. Determine who that is yet.
It's right-hander. That's Dalton
Towery. Okay. Base hit for Foy.
So Coach Reynolds has put in the players who haven't really played much in this. Derek Braun is behind the plate.
So
everybody who hasn't played in this series or it's their last game for Post 100 has entered the game. So Post 100.
Left fielder is who? King?
Yeah.
Okay. So just let's strike to Hicks.
So Coach Reynolds putting these guys in for their swan song. This will be their last inning and a half unless they can drop 10 runs in the next inning. But they got to hold them here. If they get 1 run, this ball game's over.
And a pitch outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I want to thank Barry Hevner for commenting. He said, guys, just let me say I've enjoyed your coverage of Legion Baseball. Thanks for the job you do. And thank you, Barry, for all the commenting and spreading the word there and Hauser Drug and everything you guys have done for our broadcast.
Absolutely. And the pitch is low. 2-1 from Dustin Wilson.
I want to go ahead, Milton, and start talking about what's coming up next in the next few weeks. You and Danny Aker will have Cherryville football, right? Is that the plan? Don't know. Still ain't got that cleared of Coach Malden. We'll have radio. Ground ball first base. High over to short. Travis to turn it and can't make the play out at second, though.
Yeah, fielder's choice for Hicks. A 3-6 put out on Foy for out number 1 at second base.
Well, what we was just talking about, we'll have every Cherryville Ironman football game on the radio. We don't know where and how and who's going to be where. But as far as if you want to watch football this fall on whatsupshopper.com, we'll have a Gaston County Game of the Week every week, Milton, on our schedule. You can find that on whatsupshopper.com. Friday, August 17th, we'll have Asheville at North Gaston will be our opening broadcast football game in Gaston County Game of the Week. Then the next week, big game, Lincoln at South Point. We'll have that game, too, in Gaston County.
All right, Thacker, the batter here. It's 1 strike. Next pitch, a ball, 1 strike.
And, of course, we'll also have every single Burns Bulldogs football game this fall on whatsupshopper.com. So me and Dan Greer will be handling those. You can watch the Burns Bulldogs with me and Dan Greer on whatsupshopper.com.
Pitch fouled off. It's 1-2 on Thacker. We're in the bottom of the 8th. A run will end it here on the 10-run rule for Wilmington as they have that potential game-ending run at first base with 1 out. Colin Thacker, the batter, he's doubled and singled on the day. 2 for 4 officially. And Wilson steps off. So Cherryville needed to win this one to force a second and deciding game for the state championship. Wilmington way out in front right now could end it here in the bottom of the 8th with a run. And the pitch is inside 2-2. 8 of these post 100 members of this 18-member roster that just about everybody has played a lot this year for Cherryville.
It's been
and 8 of these guys will age out of the program.
It's been such an unusual group with the way they play. I mean, whoever's hot gets to play. They play 17, 16, 18 players a game. Coach Reynolds will use his roster. Big drive down the left field.
Yeah, that's going to get down in the corner. Runner at second's going to go to third. Ball knocked around out there, and he'll hold up at third. So a double for Thacker, his second double on the day. And the game-ending run is 90 feet away for Austin Godwin. This may be a pinch hitter for Wilmington.
Posh.
Kosh batting in the 8th spot. Kosh here for Wilmington with runners at second and third and 1 out.
Wilmington one run away from ending this game, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, Cherryville is going to bring in their infield to the edge of the infield and cut this run off because if it gets in, that's the only thing that's important now is this runner on third base.
Yep. Getting out. Won't matter if the run scores. And the pitch is a strike to Kosh. Tyler Kosh. In the 8th here for Post 10, Wilmington.
KTC Broadcasting will also be bringing you every Shelby Golden Lions football game on the radio, 1390 AM. Now, with these Cherryville and Shelby radio broadcast, folks, you can also listen on the internet, and you can also listen on your smartphones and tablets with the TuneIn Radio app. Just it's a free app. Just download TuneIn Radio, just how it sounds, and download that app, and you can listen to WCSL and WHS wherever in the world you are.
All right, the 0-2 pitch to Kosh is outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tyler Kosh. Pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out and runners at second and third. Right-handed batter Kosh facing Dustin Wilson, the right-hand pitcher for Cherryville. And the pitch back at Wilson, throw to first, gets the put out there. And it's a 1-3. Everybody stays put at second and third. And that with 2 out will bring up number 22.
Colin Doyle.
Colin Doyle.
Dolan.
No,
Colin Dolan.
Okay. D-O-L-A-N. Dolan. Dolan pinch hitting. He's a left-hander. Well, they just find more and more left-handers.
Oh, yeah. Everybody on the team is left-handed, I think, in Wilmington.
Yeah.
And we also want to thank all of our Wilmington viewers for viewing in today and in this tournament, folks. You guys, good luck. If you make it down to Sumter, if Cherryville doesn't come back here, these bats, Milton, the averaging, they've got 68 runs now in 6 games, so averaging about 11 and a half runs a game.
Here's the pitch.
There it is.
Dolan up the middle. That's going to do it. Base hit for Dolan. Wilmington wins the state championship here over Cherryville. And the catcher threw his helmet off before he crossed home plate. Not that that's going to matter at this point. The umpires are leaving the field. And a big pileup for Wilmington off the first base side as Wilmington Post 10 wins the state championship over Post 100. RBI single for Colin Dolan, pinch hitting in the bottom of the 8th. scoring the game-ending run, Hicks. And just too much offense by this post 10 squad. Bunch of hitters out there, and they proved it today. Inning summary, 1 run, all they needed on 3 hits. Cherryville, no errors, and that wraps it up here in 8 innings. Wilmington defeated Cherryville in 7 innings 2 nights ago, defeats them in 8 innings tonight. Too much offensive firepower for that Wilmington team, and Cherryville couldn't get it going against a right-hander for Wilmington, the right-hand starter, Joe O'Donnell.
Well, you could talk about how great Wilmington hit in this tournament, but 1 run's never going to win an American Legion baseball game. 1 run here in the 8th inning, 11-1 the final. Cherryville again loses to Wilmington, who is dominated in this state tournament, and that was their 69th run, Milton, in 6 games. So 11.5 runs a game they averaged here in the state tournament, just putting the pound at the least number of runs they scored in the game was 9. So they're going to represent, and hopefully, Milton, we'll see them in Shelby.
All right, they may indeed do that. They look like a pretty capable team of going to Sumter and representing the state of North Carolina well.
Now we will
Sumter.
Now we will not have video coverage of the World Series. ESPN has the rights to that. What we will do is you can watch it in the same spot you're in, folks. If you want to hear the local broadcast, you can watch it. You can watch it, but the only thing we're going to have up is the logo and the scoreboard, so you guys can know what's going on. So ESPN has the rights. I don't know if they're going to be live this year. I don't know if you're going to have to pay to view them. We didn't even get a chance to bid on it, and so ESPN is going to be taking over from in the World Series. But you can listen on WCSL 1590 AM and WOHS 1390 AM, and also you can listen on whatsupshopper.com. And we will also have photos and little video clips. We're going to do our best to cover it the best we can. Depending on football Friday nights, we may have trouble that Friday night because that'll be the opening week of high school football. And like we said, we'll have a Gaston County game of the week, every Burns high school football game, every Shelby and Cherryville game will be on the radio.
All right, guys, we'll take a break. We'll come back with our College Building Supplies post-game show and our Medical Center Pharmacy MVP award for Post 100 in the 11-1 loss on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug Scoreboard. You heard it all on the B-Square Construction broadcast. Folks, stay with us now for College Building Supplies post-game show. We'll be right back. Right back.
Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
Where can you get the highest quality in electrical service at a price that you can afford? From Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. Gary Dellinger invites you to give them a call for a quote on your commercial or residential electrical needs. Call 704-435-0705. No matter the job, Dellinger Electric of Cherryville can handle it. They feature weekend and holiday service. So before you pay an extraordinary price for an ordinary electrical job, call on Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. 704-435-0705. For complete auto repair, see Garen Sellers at Seller Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Sellers Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shocks, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing, Sellers Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1.
Milton Baker and Kevin Hastings with you as we go to the College Building Supplies post-game show. A sad post-game show for our post-100 fans as Cherryville falls to Wilmington 11-1 in the state championship game. And Wilmington post-10, just a offensive juggernaut out there, if you will, to use an expression that's used a lot. They scoring double-digit runs in all of their tournament games except one. And what'd you say, Kevin, averaging over 11 runs per game?
Yeah, they scored 68 runs in 6 games, or 69 runs in 6 games, actually, so exactly 11 and a half runs a game. They take that down to Sumter Milton. I mean, if their pitching just doesn't give up 4 or 5, if their pitching doesn't fall apart in a game.
They supposedly have this 6'7" left-hander that Joe that we didn't see today. So anyway, Wilmington just too much for Cherryville today. The line score: Cherryville 1 run on 3 hits, 6 errors, 5 left on. Wilmington 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors, and 9 left on. Their winning pitcher was Joe O'Donnell, and the loss for Cherryville, Seth Weekly. So Wilmington will go to Sumter to represent the state of North Carolina as the 2012 champions, and Cherryville nothing to hang their head low about. They get their state runner-up trophies, and they got a lot to be proud of, these guys, especially 8 of these guys who have done so much for Legion Baseball for Cherryville, who age out of the program. Some of these guys have 5 years on this team, some of them with as little as 3 years on the senior team. But I tell you what, 8 of these guys, and I know this has got to be a close-knit group because everybody gets playing time, it seems like, all year long. The lineup, the last few years, Coach Reynolds, you could just about write in your lineup before it become up to the press box, but not this year because he mixed and matched a lot, had some very, very good players, and losing some very good.
Too many good players.
You look at this list of players he's losing, and folks, this is our MVP, brought to you by Medical Center Pharmacy. These are our MVPs, these guys that age out of the program that have done so much. Thomas Bass, what can we say? Blake Mosteller, the Blue Mist. I'm going to miss calling him that. Seth Weekly, Dustin Wilson, Dylan Hastings. What a job he did here in this state tournament. 2 wins on the mound.
What a job Dylan Hastings has done the whole year besides the state tournament. I mean, he only got beat once this year against Caldwell County.
Yep.
He was the ace that the team needed whenever they needed to stop.
Luke Kaiser. Yep. Ryan Kraft, who can play just any position out there, catcher, pitcher, it don't matter. Ryan could play it. And Sam Travis. Sam did a great job this year backing up some infielders at third base when Hastings was on the mound, and at other times at shortstop or second base. So those 8 guys, Best, Mosteller, Weekly, Wilson, Hastings, Kaiser, Kraft, and Travis, will be leaving this team as they age out of the program, and they are our Medical Center Pharmacy MVPs for tonight and for Cherryville Post 100. All 18 of these guys, we're proud of every one of them, and they come up runners-up here in Granite Falls at MS Steel Stadium in the state championship.
Well, Milton, that's exactly how you defend a state title. Yes, they got blown out by Wilmington in both games, but Wilmington is the deserving champion, folks, when you average 11 and a half runs a game in a state tournament. In this tournament, what a wild tournament was. I mean, we had 43, 44 hit batters in this tournament?
Oh, I know.
And it's a state North Carolina tournament. This is supposed to be the best of the best. And I'd hate to count up the errors. I'm sure there are more than that.
All right. Well, folks, I tell you what, it's been a thrill and a joy, and I look forward to seeing you come football season on WCSL.
Starts next week. Well, not on WCSL. It starts in 2 weeks. But
okay.
The football season starts next week for us at the Cleveland County Jamboree.
I always look forward to baseball season every year as well. So I guess our next baseball broadcast, I'll be doing some at least maybe one World Series game or over at Shelby. I'll be doing a
without video.
Without video, I'll be teaming up with I think Danny Aker for a World Series game over there in Shelby this year. So,
Okay.
it won't be my last baseball broadcast of the year, but look forward to football season coming up as well. Kevin, enjoy working with you and all the cameramen, Freddie Farley and Shandy Clark,
Andre Bush, Clint Spencer. See if we had any other
Josh
guest
Collins.
appearances. Josh Collins for everything he's did, folks. The video picture. If it wasn't for Josh, we wouldn't have the pictures and the sideline videos. So thank Josh, and he supplied the team with What's Up Shopper T-shirts, of course, and everything.
All right. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up then. Final score on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard was Wilmington 11, Cherryville 1 in 8 innings. Heard it all on the B-Square Construction Post 100 broadcast. This is the College Building Supplies post-game show wrapping up. We'll send you back to Programming in Progress on WOHS, and we'll see you later on with World Series action on the radio only from Shelby High School, Shelby Veterans Field, Keeter Stadium. So take care until then. Good day, everyone.